something real. Oh, that anger so concealed. Still you're lost in how to feel. Just let me hold. Oh, that's severed world.
My city's good to tell you the tale. Everyone was left in the veil. My time won't come to an end. Take a look around, it's a war zone. The damage is already done. Take a look around, it's a war zone. The damage is already done. Take a look around and keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting. I'm bad to the bone. Got blood on my knees. I'm bad for my life, I'm fighting. Yeah, I'm bad to the bone. Got blood on my knees. I'm bad for my life, I'm fighting. The ash keep burning down. No, you won't hear a sound. The screaming bottled within. Take a look around and keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting. And I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting.
I remember the moment I got left behind. Faces fade to black as they move from the light. Am I even real? Even real? Everywhere I look, I'm starting to feel time is eating me alive, me alive. Drowning in my life.
What up? Alright. Checking a thing. 1, 2, checking a thing. Thing is good. Alright. Let's chill out. New attempt at streaming in the weekdays. Theoretically should be good for it. Today was not particularly good for it, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, we're just now eating dinner. Alright. Kim, I want to know more about you.
Yes? Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses, Kim.
That's correct.
You feel
I'm a
a slight
detective.
urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Wait, don't. Glasses are cool.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
You don't look like other people around here, Kim.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
Ow. Just try not to touch the microphone. Okay, then.
I don't speak a word of Seolite, and I've never met either one of my grandparents. There is nothing ethnic I can tell you, or any... No.
Ask again.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
Eyebrow.
It's like you're locked down.
What's happening?
Something the matter, detective?
Why do you have magic eyebrows, Kim? Why?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall. Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
Silently scream for help.
If the lieutenant were an evil man, who knows what sort of havoc he could wreak. Fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM. He'll only use his powers for the good of the investigation.
I hope so.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Music is so loud. Do you ever talk with
What
yourself?
do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking. You ever just have conversations?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's concept.
Why did the music get so fucking loud?
The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
So you're never saying your brain just chimes in with advice, or warnings, or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Good. Let's change the subject.
No response. He just arches his brow.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
What's wrong with my personal affairs?
Not a fan.
What?
It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
How can you not be a fan of me?
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
Oh.
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles. Really? You look fine to me.
You're a liar.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
It's not psychology. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
Alright. You know what, let's do that. Let's go talk to... Let's see if we can make Big Fat Man talk. He obviously knows what these guys did. So let's see what we can find out. Ba 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 ba. Gate might be too high. Alright.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take just a moment, officer.
I need a doctor.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
I was told to call the Lazarus. People are worried about me.
Oh, it's you.
What do you mean? And I'm taking a piece of my chicken. I want them. No. Delicious.
Was that a snarl or a suppressed groan? No love for you here.
Couldn't reach up and grab my necktie, I was spinning a fan, shooting my arm. Think I've developed extreme photosensitivity. Think I might have had a heart attack. I've lost my memory. All of it.
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
There is no surprise in his voice, only careless superiority.
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
May have had a heart attack.
And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile?
Yes.
Even better. Anything else?
Is it?
Accept it. The body is an object, and objects break down. Do what good you can with yours, before the rest goes too.
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me.
Sure. But can you tell me about myself, as in who I am?
Oh, you are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do.
Is there anything you can do for me?
You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board?
Yes.
You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
Yes, I want the truth.
You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime.
First off, disco star.
So it's political.
Second off,
You're being
Fuck
neglected
you.
because of political...
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
It's not fucking cryoactylate. It's super glue, Doc.
That's because you're hungover. Even the radio waves coming from your direction smell like liquor. Do you feel like your eyes are twitching too?
Yes.
That's the tiny vessels pulsating from high blood pressure, stupid officer. You might be sustaining permanent damage to your vision as we speak. Not much I can do about it. I'm not an eye doctor. The busy kind. It's not life-threatening, just annoying.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's... Oh.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
All right. Get my volition up. I need to get Inland Empire up too. We need to listen to this tape and talk to the big guy, I think. Oops.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader. You push Command C, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Yeah.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too.
Not the chickens.
Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs.
Jesus.
Do it Kohoi style.
What the fuck?
Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
End of recording. It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls. Still,
There's more going on here than we know.
Agreed.
one of the other mercenaries, I think, the one he was talking to, a friend of his? A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about. Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service. I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a Friday night.
It's Friday.
The contrast feels chilly, inappropriate even.
You know what also I want to do? I want to break down that door.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you. You see a dimly lit room.
I warned you. You're unleashing force.
I already did this, didn't I? I wonder if I died at some point. David Bowie?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms.
Success!
It appears to be locked.
Kaboom! Oh, never mind. I thought I succeeded.
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But you've done it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Smash the door again wordlessly. Freeze, dirtbags! Fuck the system! A gym? What the hell?
What is this place?
Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
Why the fuck? Hang on, I'm taking a bite of my chicken wing and it helps me think.
I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Oh yeah. Forgot I had a flashlight.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now,
Flashlight. I got light and sound, baby. Why would she have this hidden? What is haunted about a gym? Haunted by gym rats? What? Oh, I thought that was just an antler head. It's not a skua. What the hell is going on? Oh, this got creepier. Oh, this got way creepier all of a sudden. This ain't a gym anymore. Why is it stained yellow? Ooh, money. What in the fuck? Someone's D&D campaign?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
What?
Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind?
Weird.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The hull door The Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin. Green.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
I know. Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? If so, I've some. One of them is a whisperer. One of them is a Welkin supremacist.
Mm-hmm. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Well, damn right.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Same.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Oh.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Sounds like a plot to Frostpunk.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Aha! It is a D&D campaign. I knew it. I knew it, Kim. One of the greatest detective Disco's ever known.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Hold on. How do I know what Kadran mosaic tiles look like?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6. UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
Oh.
A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
Oh, has that ever been done? Like truck drivers? Like, would they play a D&D campaign over like CB or satellite radio?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
That'd be
A
wild.
list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Il Mara. All of this is gone, left unrealized.
Oh.
There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Have we stumbled onto like some decrepit game studio?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Helpers of an advanced RPG in the universe. Huh. What makes this place haunted? This where I came in from? No. Oh, there's more stairs? Jesus. Okay, that's the blocked way. Over here? What's that? Oh, I've already been in here. Think. No, I haven't. Another. Why are these in here? Oh, what the hell? That bear's eyes are glowing. Where's this music coming from? What the f...
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's just a fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door.
Examine the ice
fridge
cream.
Is huge.
The ice cream will have an expiration date on it, and then we can kind of guesstimate.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
What's the note say?
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
That would be Kuno.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
Prison, please take it home ASAP. It's important.
Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer. It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer. Really? You don't have a single guess?
You mean Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would
Yeah.
love to get his hands
I'm
on
so
a
smart.
of memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter. I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the Ice Bear fridge.
That looks like a freezer thingy. An ice cream maker. Frosted and unplugged. Oh, there's a thing here then? The filament? No. Two rusty rifles? Look inoperable. They might be older than the game studio. Someone has snuck rusted guns beneath the ceiling. Huh. Why are there a bunch of old guns in here? What is that? Frozen ice cream maker still running. Nope, I didn't mean to take that. Money.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the Ice Bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
Because it's black, the color of the immeasurable cosmos.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
Can we open up the fridge now?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
An entrepreneur?
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your...
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory. From there, you can equip it...
Wait. Is this the tutorial section that I skipped?
This orange machine is dead still.
3% chance?
A hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge. You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open.
Advanced? Where do we get one?
I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
We need explosives, Kim. C4. Oh, shirt? A mesh top? Are you serious? How do I look in that now? Where do you even get that? All right. Now we're disco. Oh, we're outside. Huh. Money.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kick it with your foot.
A hollow ring
I don't know why I did
goes
that.
through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
I hear the murdering of a hanged man talk.
Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
More money and magnesium. If someone's upstairs. We're just upstairs. Maybe there's someone else upstairs, even higher upstairs. We didn't finish going up here. Shutter. Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. Someone's here. Oh. Just a postcard.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here. What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens. Still nothing. No one's home.
Even harder! We know someone's there. Oh! Oops. Kim, I don't feel so good.
You feel something
Fuck.
in your chest.
When was the last time I
Unnatural
saved?
Pressure. It's spreading to your left arm. Yeah. Screaming isn't happening. All you feel
Fuck.
suffers.
Damn it, we're all the way back up here.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you.
Oops, I meant to leave first. All right, let's go get some potions. I shouldn't have kicked it earlier. I was dumb.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
Okay, here.
Nope, wrong
I hope
one.
Saint Baptiste makes you feel better. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Thanks, Chica.
A heavy door with only an echo, a hollowed-out, dark echo.
Priming speed!
You smash into...
You're not thinking of trying again.
Alright, let's save.
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Okay, got it, Kim. No need to rub it in. I thought, don't you talk about the gym?
What is this place? Yes, I doubt dealing.
Some specks of dust shimmer, an eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because no need to look.
Your flashlight, some of these lights, who are all one of the Welkins, towering. It's the hull door.
An inordinate amount of time has. Some people really. This looks like concept art. Some people really like. Just look at.
And for what? The photo entire you see, albeit a pinned postcard read. This, it looks a bit like an.
Looks like they didn't.
A note in the bottom left corner. The hand. The full text reads.
Alright.
This old diagram, the whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic. History classes, radio frequency, unclear. It looks like you think so? The web is comprised someone, the leader, a conductor, whoever decides, a list of names, all of this, there's no...
My God. It's the schedule.
Nothing.
Money. Alright, this time we're not gonna kick it. Maybe. Come on. Come on, select the right thing. There we go.
A thick layer of coal. Looks like this furnace has a face. And it's a...
Looks like it. No one has used it in ages.
It's dark and the echo is so...
What are you doing? Wait, really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
I almost accidentally kicked it.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a string. The lieutenant doesn't answer. A gasp. The lieutenant takes a...
Of course. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see, you pocket the note. A friendly. The paper still smells of...
Good question. I know. What is even...
The fridge buzzes. The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left.
Does it say?
This is tangential at... Someone has scribbled. You'll find the filament memory with the offsite copy.
Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer. It belongs...
Someone has... You'll find the filament memory.
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close. Really? You don't have a... Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get it.
It was like AKs? Huh. Forget the quarter. Or dime? What was the line Arthur says? I don't know.
2 cables are plugged in something.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises his brows.
It auto-saved again. Why did it auto-save there? Weird. Did I like just load a bad save? Anyways, I'm gonna go full disco. Oh yeah. That's hot. That's hot.
This orange machine is
We got it.
dead
3%
still.
chance we got it. Cross your
has
fingers.
a hand-cranked ice cream churner.
Hold your
and
dicks.
An electric freezer. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got... You see...
Yeah, well, that's a good pry. I have no idea.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon...
Hey. That's everything down here. Someone is 110% up here.
An iron... This is directly above the central... What an odd thing to do. Still nothing. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on here.
Maybe we should light a fire in the furnace. Kim, this wasn't the case we were assigned, but it is the case that called to us. This is why we're detectives. This is the truest form of detective. Distracted by random, haunted gymnasiums and game studios. / chimneys. I'll shine this flashlight right in her face. Ew!
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop. I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
I'm talking about it's just a door.
Just a door? This place is cursed, detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
Host Almighty, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the door. Blessed be your name.
Cursed, but I thought it wasn't real.
Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman. All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do.
Her facade has dropped. Now you see the curiosity behind the fear.
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity?
Of course, the entity. Close your eyes. I didn't see her, but I sensed her presence.
You did? Then
did.
it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you see that she lives inside the chimney?
The chimney, the passage between heaven and hell. It all makes sense now.
Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise.
Despite his cool, The lieutenant's interested in solving this mystery, too.
Aha! I got you, Kim. I got you. You got the detective itch. You got the random bullshit case itch. Oh yeah, I'm looking for a cockatoo
A
book.
book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies. Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
Why didn't you just tell me right away?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's
Okay.
the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
The goose. The goose. The goose. The ghost of Scrooge.
Sounds familiar.
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
This is some weird shit.
Yes, the Simonese are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful.
We're
Lesser
using-
wards simply won't do here.
Using like feng shui and blessing techniques to improve financial
The
success.
woman
Sounds a
before
bit
you scans the store,
wild.
her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
All right, let's go yell at that thing. It's got to be like a homeless like gaming dev, right?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
So I don't have to listen to her talk again.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
Hello?
Coloring it, you muster
Fuck.
all your strength and yell. Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak. A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you. The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear the echo.
What are you doing? Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
Well, we gotta do that.
3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
What are you doing?
I am the reincarnation.
Please wipe your face clean, officer.
Don't wipe it, authority. Kim doesn't trust you. I can't imagine why.
These 3 stripes give you strength in this dangerous realm. It would be foolish to remove them.
We're exploring this dark place. We need protection. My war paint. Oh,
And
words.
this protects you.
Gives me confidence, and that's all that matters, Kim.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Let's try again. Oh, we have a less chance now. Oh, wait, no, we have more chance. I'm sorry, I read it wrong last time. War paint. Hooah!
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
That's my warrior spirit coming out.
Hello?
you've awakened the entity.
I am the ghost of the doomed. Answer me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
That was a little anticlimactic. Wonder I still have the war paint on. Nah, it doesn't say. Who are you?
Hello. I'm Nia.
Hi, Nia. Hey, you seem awfully polite. You might be the most polite person I've run into here. I don't know why I became British there.
Did you try knocking on my window?
Yeah.
I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
That's also a good idea. Aha! Seek him! Seek him! It was tied to the case the whole time. Never a waste of time when you're with Harry. I've forgotten my last name again. Dubois. You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on the windows. Why are you asking me about dice?
Yes, Amelia is like
No.
a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking. I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why
Oh.
you're here, yes?
Interesting. Sure, I like role-playing games. Need some dice. No, I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously. Answers.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
This person means you or no one else absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How'd you become a dice maker? Let's soften her up a little bit.
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there. Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Aw.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
Right. What do you know about the man who was lynched?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
Inland Empire is upset.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, Detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily
Well,
ruckus?
there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids, and lately I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid. I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Fair enough.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Do you know the rolling on tense setting? I want to die. First die. Tell me about. Or no, I'm sorry, I don't really want to die. I want a normal die for me. Very regular. Looking for something that will help me with my work.
I think I have just the right one for you.
She opens a drawer with two.
Police colors.
Oh, that's it. I get it because I'm a police officer.
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best.
She's the nicest person we've met so far.
Here, catch. They're a gift
Oh
from
fuck.
me.
They're gonna hit me right in the eye. Yeah!
Mr. Smooth moves.
Woo!
You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
Say nothing. Act like you've done this 1,000 times. Wink at the dice maker. Oh no, we got a wink. Wink.
Oh, what are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. I believe these dice are your lucky charm, officer.
She winked back at you. Can you believe it? You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves.
Hell yeah.
You definitely need luck in Martinez.
That's also true.
Was there anything else? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse. Does it mean she's unlawfully occupying a part of the house?
Shut up, authority.
Shameful.
You're such an asshole.
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
Heard this place is cursed. You know what the people called the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
The curse is biding its time, waiting to strike back. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress took off, and the customers have trouble paying bills. Looks itself.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling
Jesus.
novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's all bullshit.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
I think it still might be you that's causing this. Starting to see that there is no curse. Huh.
So I'm the Grand Dragon in the cave. Might I ask what supports this claim?
I yelled to summon the ghost area, and you were the one who answered. There's something about you.
Ethereal? Thank you, but I think it's just the lighting.
No, it's the troubled color of her energetic vibrations.
Ooh, I got her with that one.
Of course you do. Show me a person in Martinez who doesn't have any tragedies in their past, and then we'll talk. If you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She has been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see. Plaisance needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you will make sense of the situation.
You know what happened to the other tenants?
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
Hit me, girl.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas. There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls. Fritta does the same thing.
It's true. No girl just like that. That's an award-winning idea.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Revachol ICT. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
How do you fuck that up? Just put a bear skin around a working fridge.
Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
I'm sure the bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. He said that the bear was his vision beast.
Ugh.
He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Megatherion?
Megatherion, a mega wild beast.
Oh, very cool.
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life. By telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
The horrific necktie tightens around your neck.
Oh boy.
Strangely excited. But it doesn't feel particularly fun this time around.
Oh. Grab your necktie. Not now, you beast.
What?
Nothing. You ever feel like your vision beast is trying to blackmail you, the fun out of you?
No, officer. I don't have a vision beast. Normal people don't have vision beasts. Only drug-addled madmen like the taxidermists do.
What about horrific neckties? Do people have horrific neckties?
Neckties? I guess they do sometimes, officer. But I don't understand how it's relevant to our discussion. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Little sparkling embers under the window.
Anything else? Another failed bit. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Shivers legendary. Why hasn't her business failed?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Oh, start taking off your clothes. You need to connect. No, we're gonna leave it at that.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief.
Questions
I'm
about
listening.
Oh, I already did all that.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What?
So she's an actual dice maker. Huh. My lucky dice. Let's see, 20-sided dice. If you roll them, squint your eyes, you can make an arrival scene. It's raining. Note, look at the map tab in the journal to see white checks have opened. Oh, okay. Actually, I haven't really looked at the journal too much. These are found white checks. Those are available right now. Oh, I think I'm starting to understand how everything works. Is there a way to like follow these somewhere? Okay, no, it just tells me where they are. Damaged ledger. Where was the damaged ledger at? Map information link. Acquire a copy of the city map. Wasn't what's her name selling city maps downstairs? Kim, away. We must go shopping. See, Kim, I told you it was all related. Can I leave? There we go.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them. A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Now I gotta speak this lady's language. No, ma'am, I felt her aura. She's not one of the blame for the curse.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that? Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feed. I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, Detective.
Liar.
The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't made anything worse. Thank you for nothing.
Fuck.
Please, do buy some books.
Pick the wrong option.
Or be on your way.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can you...
Alright. You were selling maps, right? I also need to buy a thing of a
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same... A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
I could learn how to be a proper detective.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work. glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen. Oh no, turns out he faked it to solve the case. Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The Morbid Tales of Dick Mullen. A Tragedy Calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
That's not how detectives work, do they?
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Reaction speed. Who is Dick Mullen?
Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here?
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
Oh, that would do it. No, it's got to be something else.
Then this is the book for you.
Book of Dick Mullen. How much money do I have? I got $30. Keep looking around. Another autosave.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are. Browsing through all, suddenly,
I already did this.
A particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other. Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still...
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Need a map.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the app. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
No, the store owner is really mad at me. She'll just get madder. Let's just buy it. It's cheap.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
The north coast to the east, Huron. You feel you're just west of Coal City, somewhere above Jamrock. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation, Ozon. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Yucatan. Lost. The ocean connections you have little, perhaps they are gods.
Okay, so now do I have a map? It's a map.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
We've got the Map tab now. Alright, now we know what we're working with here. Aha, now we can follow the checks. Dude, I'm the best detective in the world. Alright, let's see here. Measure head. What white check do we have to do with measure head again? Map wall. Challenging. I say we go talk to Image Ledger.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime.
I gotta remember. I gotta figure out how much I owe that guy. I think it's 30 a day. Or it's cheaper than that. Maybe it's 20 a day? I'm gonna go ask him. I owe you every day, prick.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
Oh, it's only 20 here. Wait, then I won't be able to buy the book. Not yet.
Then why are you wasting my...
Well, then again, that'll secure me for the night.
Can
I have
I
to get
help
this right.
you?
Otherwise, it's game over.
Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
That's fine, Chief. We'll figure that out when we get there. Over here, let's go talk to Ghislaine, whatever her name was. Knock, knock, pretty lady. What the hell? Go outside, you jackass. Oh, it's not raining.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Look her in the eyes.
Just like the last time. Light brown eyes look back at you. All is as it was. You feel cigarette fume rise from her lips. She's just as beautiful. Don't worry. We will protect you. We will see through. You are advised. She presses, her hair brushes her. The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
Gave us a recording where distressed state.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
On the tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style? He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his
persona.
Running joke.
Persona!
I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits.
That would be a wild part
Lely's
of this game.
punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Oh, that doesn't sound comfy. You like that kind of stuff?
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
There was a small measure of pride in her, that she could quell the rage in such a being.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Wow, now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Yeah, tattoos. What do you think they mean?
Oh, that.
It's clear she liked it.
What did they represent? Do you know?
It was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though. How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands.
Oh, enough to make you forget that he's a murderous, racist, rape, blah, 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 words. That he's a monster.
And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this?
Oh yeah.
Can you tell me precisely what these mean?
No thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Not a very good story. Thanks for clearing that up.
Change of topic, perhaps? In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
Oranje? Oranje's map of waterways? This fits with his tattoo.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was Occidental, not Mondial. I'll update the form.
You were both?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
How old was he,
He was
miss?
42.
Got it.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
Yeah, but with military service, especially as much action and bloodshed as he's seen, you age faster. Trauma, Kim, trauma.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days.
We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up.
His eyes were blue?
Yes. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies. It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe.
Ugh.
It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Was blonde. Could it be love that did him in?
It very well could be, yes.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean?
He told me so in a vision where I was talking to his corpse.
That's not funny, officer.
All right, sorry.
Her voice is like a slash through the air. Her shoulders tense up.
She definitely did not think that was funny. Something is coming. He told me so. I don't think I should tell her that. I think we're finished with that line of questioning.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Not my
Dialogue
favorite
here?
topic, but okay.
Dialogue here.
How
I
about
want
we, change?
Yes?
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
That's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old?
Yes.
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Miss, how old do you think I am?
How old do I think you are? I don't know. 21? 17? 60?
I think I'm 35.
When does the male libido peak?
You're not.
Sure he is. Age is just a number.
Yes, but for him that number is much larger than 35.
Damn!
This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on, I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Your face looks like you're 58, but your body feels like 60. That's not a huge difference. Mine feels like it's lived both days, 1 or 100. Reborn. Initialize. Initialize the thoughts. All right, Kim.
This window is pristine on the inside.
Okay. No, use the door. Use the stairs. The stairs. Do a quick save before we talk to him. All right, dirtbags.
It's you again. What is it?
I talked to Clisane.
And?
Nothing. She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
It's dark stuff, but it didn't change her mind.
Dark? Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. He said he'd rape her.
Sounds like he wanted it to change her mind about the hanged man. This is definitely personal.
Interesting.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
If anything, she seemed to be turned on by the whole disorienting thing.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore. Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawmen?
I think this is personal for you. I think you had feelings for her.
Yeah, they're all queers. Can't bump, hard fist, or anything.
That's alright, Glenn. I just thought I thought anyone would come around if they heard that shit. Apparently I was wrong.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
You wanted her to see the man for what he was. Now that you know, you might want to lay off this topic, or else you might antagonize him.
I just got too worked up. Big man lost his shit. It's cool now.
Maybe she's still in denial.
Yeah, maybe. That is a possibility.
He does not sound very convinced anymore.
Maybe she isn't into you. Isn't who she is.
Nah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
She's a hardcore partier girl with a bigger death wish than mine.
Yeah, you're right about that. She takes way too many drugs.
Well, it's as they say. You can't do anything with an underdose.
Yeah, but I mean, she has an actual drug problem. Not like you. Not like us. I don't think I've ever seen her sober. I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore. Who could? It's getting harder and harder to perform one's part in this sordid play. All it takes is a nudge.
Come on, Titus. The stakes are too high here. There will be blood on the streets. The tribunal, remember? I know you're tired. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you, them, and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck on!" That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand?
Lying, scamming? Who lied and scammed to him?
Investigation is over.
Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? What we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. Maybe not yet. That's a low roll. Understood why Titus is upset. Angus can't take the pressure. Worried about the tribunal. That's a lot of bonuses too. It's a white check. We can try it again some other time.
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really
Kim, I'm gonna need your gun again.
That is absolutely not going to happen.
Gun me, Kim. Don't talk. Just gun me.
But I didn't say anything.
What are they whispering, Titus? I can't hear anything.
I don't know. Some kind of bitch fight, I think. Hey, bitches. No fighting in the union booth. Talk or walk.
So, you put the gun in your mouth for the other guy. Couldn't even get it in your hand for me. This is bullshit. We'll never convince them without a gun.
Jesus. Shit is getting intense. Almost got him though. They're on the ropes. Waiting for more armor information. Face the lost. Badge. Everett. Max out volition. Alright, we're good. We got our morale up. We can try the disco. We can try her again. See if we can lock her eyes.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
We got this.
Soft,
Success.
light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you groveling sycophant. You too. Me? Get out of here. I'm sorry. These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
I knew something was off.
I'm sorry I didn't catch it sooner. It takes conscious effort on your part.
Which one has been infected exactly?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume. All of them.
My God.
Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here. No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory. Truth. Softness. Protect her. She wants you. I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature. How it always does. Through subtlety.
What should I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will... No. It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Does it mean she was lying to me?
I think it's safe to assume, yes. Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be paeans to her truthfulness. Like this. She is a lady, most fair and just.
Ah.
In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use.
This is
interpreting
wild.
things to the best of their ability.
I have
Maybe
an...
they add flair or something. I wouldn't know.
I have an entire team in my head. This game is so much fun.
But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Can I trust any of them ever
Don't
again?
be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with her.
What is her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one he usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised.
Logic does go out the window when it comes to beautiful women, and especially in skin-tight bodysuits.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Miss, are you manipulating me?
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no.
Liar! She's lying. That's why none of the voices spoke up. I'm on to her now. I'm on to her sexy ways. I'm on to her. I don't know why my voice went all robot there. I'm on to her. I'm on to her. Bop, 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 bop. Ah, weird. Anything new to say, lady?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Probably go through and do some white checks. Maybe it's submittable, there's no point. Image ledger, where was that at? Okay, is there anything... Any of these, like, a consistent pattern volition? My volition's at max right now for what I can get. Rhetoric seems to come up a lot. Rhetoric and interfacing, and with conceptualism. Let's see here. Oh, fine. Let's go buy the bird book. I think we can afford it, right? Or was it more expensive than that? Where was the bird book again, lady? Upstairs?
Hello again, esteemed officer. A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo. Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems.
Just like me.
You don't have behavioral problems. That's
wrong.
garbage.
Oh, God.
You're cool.
I am kind of cool, though.
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Ha!
You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking, you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket. It's quite a challenge, but eventually, the guide to the cockatoos is yours.
Nailed it.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are.
A true cultural touchstone. Enjoy the read.
All right. Do a little reading. First, the cockatoo.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues. This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated. Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
Who would ever want a chatty companion? I want someone who knows how to listen. I could handle that. It would be nice to have someone to talk to when feeling lonely.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive. It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
There's gotta be something great about cockatoos.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off.
Yeah.
They will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels.
Same. You watch the Elden Ring streams?
Ouch. That must hurt. Performing? Yes, birdie. This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it.
Cool.
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species. Despite its banging name, the bang-bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly gray and white. The Seminoles name, bang-bang, is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
Honestly, the bird does sound a lot like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Good question. The gray, common bang bang, that's me. Only the funeral cockatoo, and its darkness can truly grasp the depths of my doom-laden soul. Here I come. What if I'm just a fuck-up-a-two? A fuck-up and a cockatoo?
You're right. You're a fuckatoo embodied. This sorry-ass bird belongs on your heraldry. It probably doesn't even have feathers and only screams.
Ugh. That damaged my own morale just now. What's it gonna do? I'll read the other book. Which one of those? We sold the cockatoo book, right? There we go. Dusty old tome that brings knowledge of age. I remember one of my voices told me to get this.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego.
Dory. I don't know why I called you Weeps.
Is large and heavy. Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned.
Oh God, no.
This might take a few minutes.
Let me out of here.
Disappointing. You'll never get
all right, let's
browsing
do
through
it.
your education. That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence? Dolores Day.
Pain threshold? Okay, let's see if I can trust this.
Incorrect.
You
Dolores
liar.
Day was the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the moral intern, she was powerful and beautiful on all her icons. Her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat, and it hurts.
Oh, fuck.
You see a flash silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps?
Was Dolores my ex-wife?
Steer clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one.
What?
A strange sensation of loss. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. That is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this.
That's definitely my ex-wife.
Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Who? Incorrect. Sola was anointed during the previous century and even lived to see the current one. She was an urban planner who spoke her mind and largely left history to its own devices, encouraging people to excel on their own rather than prescribing to a deified model of history. She is often called
oh my God, I feel
anti-innocence.
like I'm in a college lecture.
Sola resigned after an assassination attempt, but correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He is depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God. and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum. As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party. Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
Doesn't sound familiar. Shoot me a hint.
An innocence is the highest category of historical personage in the world, a literal personification of history. Traditionally, an innocence, when anointed, assumes supreme rule over the Occident or the known world in general.
Oh, I think my phone just shut off.
At least
Yep.
the parts that matter.
Hang on, I can't see chat right now. I'll fix it. Why does it always take me there? It's not where I want to go. Why is the stream quality poor? What's going on? YouTube just doesn't like me. All right, anyways. Okay, very impressive. Doesn't seem to help me answer the question.
I can do better. Okay, so commonly, an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win, for their deeds are inevitabilities. Did this help?
No.
Damn. Great. Dolores.
Don't. Pain threshold. I know what you're up to. What happens if we... Well, hang on. We might get a glimpse into our past again, though. Dolores.
Incorrect again. While she originated many modern institutions, launched several successful expeditions, and was even critical of the Innocentic system itself, and somehow keeps popping up in your mind, she is not often considered the strongest. Even though the words most associated with her rule are l'amour, la compassion, la autodiscipline, love, compassion, self-control, which could be seen as facets of strength. Would you like to try again? Please, relax.
We're okay, we're okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation. Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the false innocence?
All news to me. Maybe a few hints?
Yes, there exists a group called the Founding Party.
Holy shit.
Known as the Holy Party.
The
During the
Parshendi.
time of the Pericanossium.
Zeth, Son,
This,
Villano.
the world's oldest international organization,
I forget what it is.
spends its time in search of
He wore
either
white to kill the king.
emergence of the innocents.
Blah,
or
blah,
remembrance.
blah.
There seems to be a mix-up with the sources. It's not my fault. At least it clearly wasn't Dolores Day. She wouldn't be false. She's beautiful.
Dolores!
No,
Dolores!
stop thinking it.
Dolores!
No, stop thinking it. I said it wasn't her. She was true.
But Dolores... Kendra.
Incorrect. Kedra is a large name.
I don't
Correct.
care.
There have been a number of counter or false innocences. Some assumed to have innocentic qualities. Some who the most famous and important of final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence. The most important of them all. The most precious to humankind.
Dolores!
Correct. The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence. A most radical change to the whole fabric of the world.
Dolores.
Everything from
My world.
inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow, and more beautiful. Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get a D.
A D.
Not particularly remarkable, but technically a passing grade. Not that anyone really expected better.
Hey, but at least I got a nice D.
You would have done better if you'd just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
What's going on with you?
Kim is so full of me. This book is unfair.
Okay. You are shouting at an inanimate object, like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to have trouble with the right answers.
Man, something's weird about this book. You should do something fun instead. Rock out. Forget about it.
That's a good point. All right, let's see here. Well, there was that journey done. At least I learned my ex-wife's name.
The afternoon sun shimmers off the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage.
Wait, why am I even thinking about this?
Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
It is a nice car.
Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Canema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
That machine puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
Oh, hell yeah. Kim's been waiting to talk about this car of his. Fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. It's a bit girly right now. Fit it with some proper off-road components.
I think Kim likes it.
Anything else?
What's it packing in there?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
Whistle Mama's serving up some serious macaroni.
You lost me there. The Kinema is fast. Feels right at home on the raised motor track. Hard to find something that could overtake it.
I reckon that's a
7.2. Super.
Saying these words brings him immense joy.
He's a car guy.
You mean the coil noise? When variable current passes through wires that make up the coils on the electrical system on this machine, it causes vibration in the wires and the cores of the coils. When the frequency of the current in the coils falls within the audible range, the resulting vibration creates the whiny sound you mentioned.
Whatever you do, don't make fun of the lieutenant for explaining this to you.
That's exactly what I thought.
Of course.
The human lie detector.
Ah, Kim, you're great. See if we got anything we can sell at the pawn shop. Have we looked in here yet? Gloves. Ooh, better gloves even. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I look better with these.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I don't want to sell that. Oh, he would be pissed if I sold his pen. Sell that. Sell that. I don't want to sell these lucky dice. Good dice.
Another time, perhaps.
I get an update on my journal for something? I don't know what that was.
Here you go, man.
Not so sure about this. Because it's an anti-radiation drug, and you're a cop, not a post-apocalyptic scavenger.
Alright,
I respect your decision, officer.
For now. We need to make Titus crack. The roll is pretty low. What's the roll we need to make? What can we do to boost our odds here? Rhetoric. Anything that boosts rhetoric. Esprit de corps boost that. No. Conceptualism. We could probably wear these other ones. Oh, we need to get rid of the bump. We need to get rid of this. It's hurting us. That. Isn't there a couple conceptualism checks we need to pass? We can do those and then maybe level it up. Oh, there it is. We look like an idiot. Not nearly disco enough. Let's... I'm gonna talk to Measurehead, see if we can pass his check for conceptualism now. Let's find out. Oh, we did break into this guy's apartment, by accident.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
You know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Hardys? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighbor
Let it go,
whispers a jaunty tune?
Los Hardys? They're sort of...
Is he actually...
Why not? Must be nice being.
I was gonna talk to Everett too. You there, racist muscle man.
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will fall again.
How do we do this?
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
Lieutenant looks at you, whispers, "This is for the thing."
What thing? We already got in the harbor.
Oh, right.
You are obviously a liberal,
Whoops.
Sailmate. A polyculturist. There are 3 categories of race. I knew you would go.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, it just won't make any.
Yes, it would seem nonsensical.
Those are a receding genetic pool has led them out on reprehensible street parade. Vespertine, the other
Blah, 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 blah,
overproduction, as proven by the Mound and the Mask. Occidental type A, the Areopage, the latter is was not capable of type B to an untrained thinking the Koiko. There was surely. Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is the revolution. Enough of type tips. The F are amused. It would be cruel. You understand nothing. Lost, though. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to do. He does not so much as glance at. Stop showing me your pathetic cup. What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
This is because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
What?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances in all of human history. It's incrementally. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment. Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's not what sang-froid. What benevolence.
Wait, the Kingdom of Conscience is really about doing things, or is it just preserving the status quo?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
Yes.
There you have it. Sometimes holding the line is progress. The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Alright, we'll get there eventually.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner.
I'm still confused how this all works. Maybe he has something he can tell us about the Hardy Boys, give us a little leg up.
This is the night watchman's booth. The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date. Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes,
Jesus,
prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus.
All right, I get it.
This was a bad idea.
Take the painkillers.
You take the painkillers. They are yours now. You stand and exit the booth.
All right, cool. Then we got drugs for days.
A rusting control panel. March. On. Erect. Off. The crane stands tall, proud, erect, and still. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Oh. Careful now. Careful now. Okay.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container. Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Hey, Kim, I'm rubbing on my knee. Oh, we can go up here, okay. What is this? Money.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
I'm getting one of my detective hunches.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
I don't know, Kim, it just feels special.
It's a cargo container, detective, just like all the others. We are not here to interact with containers.
You
open the door
to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Persuade the door to open. Open, sesame!
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
You never know. Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
It's over here. Damn, there's a whole area I didn't go to yet. Or wait, no, I did. I did go here, never mind. I just didn't get that thing down. We need... Crowbar might help? Pop that sucker right open. Hell yeah. Ooh, new gloves. Huh. I like them.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Lariche said when she opened the bathhouse in the basement of my... No trouble at all, mister. No trouble. Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors.
Get out of here, bot. I see you. I don't want cheap viewers. I want expensive viewers. I want the most expensive viewers on the planet, on the whole platform. I want them to walk in here and I have to sub to them. Where the hell are my moderating tools at? There we go.
It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appeared to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
No, not really. Miss Everett doesn't tell me. Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Alright, Everett. Anything new for me to I fucking hate these stairs.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container.
I'm trying.
You should at least try convincing it.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
Damn it. Nothing new. Definitely get our rhetoric up somehow. How, Kim? How?
You're back before the cargo container. You turn to your left. The lieutenant can sit.
Yes?
Nope, I don't want to talk to Kim. Guess we can go leave that door unlocked. No, these stairs are the worst stairs in the game. Oh my god! Fuck off! Down the stairs, Harry. Go down the stairs. Downstairs. Down the stairs. Thank you. You asshole.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce.
Can we try this again, a chance? Or no?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Still haven't figured out how to get over there. I guess maybe it has to be through. I don't know. 2-0, you little asshole. I guess we can go leave that door unlocked.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The door is slick with rain. You don't hear any movement inside. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp. You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in. Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself. Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about. If the Merc Tribunal happens before we solve this, we are looking at casualties. What's one unlocked door compared to that? On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Everard we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it. Yes, presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with. Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door.
Good point.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Well, buddy, you opened it. No need to go inside. It would be rude. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator.
Treasure! We go through. Why would Everett want to break in? Whose place is this? Smell of disinfectant, like chemicals.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
These are the racist mugs, like the one I found in the trash.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures. The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
Typical asshole.
This person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road.
That's true, just look at the thing.
Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
You really think this could be the same person who put the dead man clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
Whoever lives here in Myers Fairhead Fantasy Heroes with big muscles. Ooh, a new shirt. Oh, nice dress shirt. I can almost feel the warmth.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty. This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Ah.
It is but one of the many strange optic atmospheric phenomena of this wondrous archipelago.
Lieutenant, the old flag of the
such
Suzerain.
sundogs in your youth.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
The flag
About a
doesn't
flag.
seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a...
Hidden world. Could it be the same guy who drew the stuff upstairs? More healing items. Suitcase full of clothes. Guess we're staying over.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf.
Alright, now we're getting some good clothes. Now we're looking fine. Oh, less fine. Whoever this person is, they had guests over. Old-fashioned. Pissed off somebody. They pissed off the Union. Wonder if they have my gun. Oh, do we need to report back to what's his dick? Yeah. Whatever knows person like. Okay. To the Union!
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Oh, the weasel I visited turned out to be a mug cleaner.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole. Yeah, it would be really bad if we got into an argument about it. Waste of a good noon. Or afternoon. Or night. Anyway.
Old buck fitty there. More money. You guys just leaving money around. Everett, you fat fuck.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
Exactly the kind of fascist memorabilia I was expecting. Weasel probably prays to it every night for the downfall of the Union. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Let me hear what you know about it. Cough up the details, fat man.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys.
Right.
Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Santa Maritza, you name it, they've done. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
You have an elephant? Are you the elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village. But the mercs and their brutality are very real. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
They move the container?
Yes. I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
It's actually kind of fun.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Who exactly did the
There's
push?
a militant wing inside the Union.
I already know
a group
this.
of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure everything, they're like you guys.
So these idealists.
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Help.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no, 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 no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Liar. Perhaps Weasel might have seen something and they need to rub him out.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
Would he? I'm not so sure about it.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are.
That's all he's going to say on this subject.
How do I know? Last these guys...
So
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no tribunal. That sounds serious, Harry. We union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this.
Oh my God.
Let's change the subject.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
He wants a war. You don't seem worried about it.
Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Everard before you've even courted him properly.
He wants you to do more things for him before.
You mentioned the lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal. Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members. Always working to advance their position. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
That's him allowing the police to ask his men questions.
Everett, I met with these Hardys. Can I ask you then to get
But
them
of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Why are you giving
I'm
it to
not
me?
giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy
Oh,
boys.
I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share Was it a good talk? I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
What do you mean?
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Ah. I'm not a man of the left. I'm a patriot of Ravachol. No. You're right not to trust me. Take care of me. I'm a hustler. I'm a grind. I'm a money earner. a money engineer. What's that supposed to mean? Is there another corrupt scheme, isn't it?
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think...
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in the Delta.
Kim, what do you think of this?
Depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But he thinks it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're
Liar.
gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Most people have already signed. Nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it.
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie. On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry. You bring joy to my heart, Harry. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in the Delta. Then, most certainly, Harry. Nothing by all means, Harry. What?
Alright. Alright, let's up our rhetoric, because we need that. Alright, let's see if we can get the whole story out of Titus and we can wrap up our day. Alright, Titus, fucker. There isn't fast travel now that I have a map by chance, is there? No. Wait. No. T's? How? Okay. Hey, you went down those stairs first try. All right, Titus. Cough it up.
It's you again. What is it?
Ooh, high chance. We got this.
I don't know what went wrong the last time. You have so many good ideas here.
I call
all see there.
bullshit. Okay, men, it's clear you're being played like a fiddle.
No, we fucking ain't, asshole. No one's fiddling anyone in here.
No, Glenn. I want to hear this. Who do you think is fucking fiddling me?
Who do you think?
I think you're losing it, Fiddleman.
No. This fucking suicide carny is trying to get to me. This ain't gonna work with Titus Hardy. Put the fiddle down. Or
he'll put the fiddle down. Put it down of his...
I do not understand. This fiddle play totally fell apart. The concept
had a 70% chance that would work.
Tragically off. You sounded like a madman.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy.
Yes.
And now she's making me play with you. Is that it?
outlaw. And what's gonna happen if we don't? You gonna go and tell on us? You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Okay. 83% chance. There's no way.
Convinced Titus is being manipulated. Bad idea. Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter. But you know someone who might.
One of the boys. That's it then. Case closed. Look around, Kim, we're going home. One of his boys will.
Fat Angus. The powerful guy. Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker. Just remember, it's about more than Glazia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility. Good. I like this. This guy's learning. Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Montanez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
All because... they like killing.
Yeah, we liked it. It was fun, wasn't it, guys? We had a great time.
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis.
Oh!
They kill you because they think it's funny.
They just hang you like the Dark Ages to display your corpse. They club you from behind, string you up.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We didn't hit him, okay?
Speak, Angus.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Speak!
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Hang on, Theo.
Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Or what, you're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him.
Aha!
He was dead when...
Aha! The fat man gave it up. Aha! The case has been busted wide open.
Shut up, Angus.
No, you shut up, Elizabeth. Angus, you keep talking that beautiful fat mouth of yours.
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control. Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Give her up now.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
You heard him, everybody. He waived his right to an attorney.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours.
Whisper. Whisper, Kim, we did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Kim's so proud of us right now. I'm not gonna say sorry. I'm not a sorry cop. We've already decided that. No sorry. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves. Mouths covered by blue masks. Bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light. Shine it in his mouth. He tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see the light illumines the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Alan. This just got fun.
I could have found whatever it was if I had more health, and I died because of it. Oh my God, there's something in his mouth. There's something in the back of his mouth. I could have been the greatest detective of all time if I didn't know how to fucking video games.
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
The girls? Which girls?
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened last Sunday night, Titus?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know. Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared.
Hi, Lo-Fi.
I knew someone had died. I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Right.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Chinky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus.
He's just looking out for his boys.
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse we hanged.
Who's Tibbs?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
If Ghislaine didn't kill him, why cover it
You
up?
may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are you talking about?
They can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
Who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the cops then? So these are, okay, they're basically a local militia. What?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
Tell me what you're thinking.
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
Or it was meant for him. Maybe someone's trying to intentionally stir unrest.
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns. Training. Years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points.
Agreed.
Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
Whose idea was to hang him or yours?
In a manner of speaking.
Or him, her, or yours?
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker, the missing 8th Hardy?
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
A little too far there, but you're definitely right.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
They're going to stonewall me if I ask more about her.
Glad you understand that.
Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, she, Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
still, after all this headache.
But you would still prefer if I didn't take her away.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
We've been fooled! Kim? Let's go argue with a hooker. I don't know if she has sex for money, she has sex for fun. Let's go argue with the hot blonde lady. Quick save. We know she's manipulating us with her beauty. We passed that check earlier. Alright, Kiss Lane. If that is your real name.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You sent us on the runaround.
I know. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. For all of this, for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
Why did you waste our time then?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
It's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill. Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard.
What happened the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Yes, fucking. Yes. We've established this.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Tell me what happened then.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then run downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette, man.
Oh.
That's a motherfucker.
Yeah. It was a real motherfucker.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you look pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No. Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
When did it happen? Did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
If it had been a conventional rifle, surely we would have noticed that during the autopsy. What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Why is this game just me? Before we continue, who's Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader?
The drug trafficker! The lorry girl!
The Hardy Boys.
She says if it's self-evident. Oh, she's covering. Oh, we've busted the case wide open. It's insane right now. I thought Hardy Boy leader was the... I thought the Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Ruby's our lorry driver with the bad foot.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not? Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation. but I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Ah.
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
Where's Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
Angus and Titus are brothers. Interesting.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
Not now.
Still, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
When did you have these people after you? What did you do?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Orania.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage.
Oof.
I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lewsdown County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
That's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting... A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
Did the people that are after you kill him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Either way, something to consider.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you're in hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
It's all Kuno's fault, that little weaseling bastard.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just once.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then?
Oh, fuck, Volition. I forgot. Remember, I can't listen to drama. Who made the call?
Don't be paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer. And it makes you sweat.
No. Volition's onto something here. The mysterious caller could still be up. Alright, gotta ask a question. Did you kill him?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened. I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
She simply shakes her head.
Okay.
Like what?
Don't get sassy with me.
She nods silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge.
Oh!
You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
Oh! Drama. In God's name, man, wake up!
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to.
I know.
She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. Yes, start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
But I know the time of the call, too.
Your real
I know
name
I have
isn't
not been
Glissane,
100% truthful with you, officers. But I am now.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay. Okay, it's not. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Commonser. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it. No, it's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
Where is this buoy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a broken sewage pipe, right near the waterline. It's Katarzyna Lazie.
Could it mean Clausia is an alacronym for Katarzyna Alazie?
Yes.
It was a sentimental thing. I wanted to be more me here, this time. So I used my nickname.
A nickname? Who gave you this nickname, Clausia?
A teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago.
I'll keep calling you, Clis.
That's cool.
She doesn't feel like a Clausia. She feels like nothing. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
Kim, why have you not? Why have we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
This bastion of willpower here, his watchmen have been sleeping too. You can be absolutely certain now. But he's coming around. A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
Clausia. It was my first real boyfriend who gave me that name. He never recovered from the shit we went through. Because of me.
Who was he?
He was a writer. He made Oranislet. And I destroyed him. I know I'm shit. I know. But I haven't done anything. At least nothing illegal.
Failure to aid a police investigation. She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough.
Half-Light is not happy.
That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
We're not playing these mind games with you anymore. Failure to aid a police and misrepresent information about the case. We know nothing.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no. I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
What? I don't believe it. I don't buy it. Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants. Sex. And more.
The posters!
I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship.
Unrequited lesbian love. My God. My God, what have we stumbled into?
When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive.
My God.
She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sounds like she was really fixated on you.
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds
True.
like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before.
She could be Delulu.
But
Someone's Delulu in here. One of these two women is Delulu.
Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
Nah, some people are just great under pressure.
That is a little strange. People don't usually keep things together under stress like that.
Not usually, but she's kind of a leader. Kind of a boss. Why do you think it was... Oh, right, we just asked that. We said it would be happening.
She came over one night, drunk. Said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before. I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
And how could she have killed him?
She could have had access to the roof. You've noticed that door there, right? Maybe it leads downstairs.
Oh, fuck, there is a door there.
She could have come to the roof through that.
I'm a detective.
Then taken the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you...
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful.
Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Oh, it's a tough call. It's a tough call. I think we should take her in just in case. The Ruby angle, we haven't met Ruby, and no one's really talked about Ruby at all. The only thing we know about Ruby is that she drives a lorry, is a drug dealer. Poet guy says she's actually kind of a cool person. You know, the poet lorry driver talked to her a lot. Kind of felt like, didn't even know her name, but felt kind of like they vibed. I'm arresting you.
Still?
Yep.
After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know. But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational.
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
What other options do I have?
You have those station calls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months, Or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need.
All you need for what?
You do have the form.
That's it. I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromised. Definitely, sire.
I don't know. To spend my days with smoke, drink, and dance, wallowing in shit. Just like everyone else.
What will you have changed in 2 months?
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Ravishal.
There is desperation there, in that silence. A cornered animal looking for a way out.
Maybe Ravishal could be free. I could be tried in a free Ravishal. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
That's an oddly specific thing you think might happen in a couple of months.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
I do like the sound of that, though. Find it hard to believe, though.
Don't. The world can change. It has changed before.
That's not the answer she was hoping for. Thought that you were some kind of patriot or communard, did she? This was her last card. There is nothing more she can say. The final decision is yours. She looks at you inside. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
Ah, this is hard. Whew. I did not expect this. Oh, man. This is like an actual hard decision. All right, well, she lied to me. All right. She's an on-the-run, on-the-edge former spy with a severe addiction to self-destructive behavior. Very traumatized. She is willing to lie to us a lot. The Ruby angle has got me thinking, but it could all just be a mirage. Then again, I don't think she's lying about being on the run. So if we arrest her, she's dead. She gets thrown in the clink, it's over. If we write her a station ticket, kind of walk in the middle line there. All right, what crime did she commit? Let's boil it down to that. Really, the only thing she did was lie about her name and lie about what she kind of threw us on a wild goose chase out of guilt. I think she genuinely loved the victim. She was worried about what the Hardy Boys would say. She didn't like that the Hardy Boys had accused him of raping her, and that wasn't their relationship. She was hoping the Hardy Boys and I would play off each other until I gave up. She just wanted the body down. Lo-Fi, are you still there? What do you think? I wonder if Abby's on. I wonder if Abby's online. Abby's not online. Damn it. Ooh, tough call, tough call. This is genuinely a difficult decision. Who am I? Who is Harry Dubois? Is he a man who knows what mistakes are and knows that people can grow and change if given the opportunity? Is he a man of the law or a man of his heart? He's a man of his heart.
I won't, sir.
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
This bastion of willpower here, his watchmen have been a little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around. She nods, then nervously pulls.
Okay.
She slowly lights another cigarette. You are. This is not the end of this.
Sure, why not? Look up at the gray sky.
Nothing happens. Absolutely nothing. A mass of droplets above the planetary body, colorless, merging into one another, scattering snow over the city and the sea. The sky is low and cold. You hear the distant murmur of motor connections somewhere south of here. That is all.
So, officer. Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath.
Yeah. All right.
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
Was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
It looks like love did him after all. Did him and shit. All right, take two. Looks like love did him in after all. Yeah, use that one.
She's silent, holding on to her coffee mug. No vapor rises from it. It's cold. It appears this one has not been entirely corrupted. This may help. This may help the others see.
Yeah. I'd like to think he didn't love me. Or that it was chemically induced and not real.
Why?
Easier that way.
Was it real?
I don't know.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door. I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the... Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Kick it in. It's gonna hurt. Yep, figured. Oh, my toe. Not Disco.
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
All right. Let's trash the place.
Let's not.
Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
No, I'm just disempowered individual trying to make disempowerment out of everyday objects.
Look, there's a discarded milk carton on the floor. Why don't you destroy that, too?
Fluid, fuck you, milk carton.
Kudos.
My God. What a day we have here. Alright, I think we're gonna stop there for tonight. We'll finish up the night tomorrow night and continue on. The case has been busted wide open once again. This plot gets thicker and then thin and then thicker and then thicker and then thicker and then thinner and thinner and thinner and then thick as hell. And now we've stumbled into some kind of lesbian murder plot. The most dangerous kind of murder plot. Alright, good night everybody. Thanks for stopping by.
There's a beauty in the way you're warm and the sharpness of your thorns, so vibrant in the imperfections. In the pain there's something real, all that anger so concealed. Still you're lost in how to feel, just let me hold that severed world. The pieces feel so cold. All the tears won't bring it back to life. But hate will always grow. There's a beauty in the way you lay and the way your color fades. You stand out now with your imperfections. Oh, it was never meant to fall apart. It was not supposed to cause us harm. But these days all I do is wonder, is it better now that we can start again? 'Cause in the pain there's something real, all that anger so concealed. Still you're lost in how to feel, just let me hold. Oh, that's severed world. The pieces feel so cold. All the tears won't bring it back to life. But hate will always grow. My city's gonna tell you the tale. Everyone was left in the veil. My time won't come to an end. Take a look around, it's a war zone. The damage is already done. Take a look around, it's a war zone. The damage is already done. Take a look around.